Hello everyone, this is the Prussian Prince. So with another tournament match cast, this is going to be the Agartha Flash Tournament number 2 match between Shidoku of ODM and Arcticshieldbreaker of Zeal Clan. So this is going to be a fairly interesting game. Both players are quite good. So I mean, they're not, obviously they're not on the level of, say, someone like Jedrix or Panda Warrior, but they are still quite good players. So it will be an interesting match. This is actually, I believe, the round of 16. The second round, I guess. So yeah. I'm going to put it in slow motion. Shidoku is the Jutes and Arcticshieldbreaker is the Sassanids. So let's look at the builds for the Jutes. We have Nordic Warlord, Bronze 1 with Rally. Up front, looks like 4 of these Nordic hurlers. Then we have, let's see, I believe 4 Nordic Axe Warriors in total. No, actually no, 1 Nordic Axe Warrior. Yeah, just 1 Nordic Axe Warrior. But then we have, no, 2 Nordic Axe Warriors. My bad, looks like both Bronze 1. In the center, though, we have a mix of Huskarls. Looks like 4 Huskarls and a Royal Huskarl supporting the Gen and the Skirmishers. Then we have, looks like on each flank, ooh, this is interesting. So 2 Nordic Horse Lords on the left, 2 Nordic Horse Lords on the right, and looks like 2 of these Viking Raider Cavalry. One is Silver 1 on the left, and the one on the right is Bronze 3. Now, the reason why Viking Raider Cavalry is brought here is because the Jutes, well, in this tournament you're only allowed to bring 4 heavy and very heavy cavalry units, so the other 2 that you're allowed to bring has to be something else other than the Nordic Horse Lords. Besides, it is max 4 of the same, I believe, in this tournament, so that's another rule. Anyway, for the Sassanids, let's see, we have the Savaran Sardar, Bronze 1 with Grace. Then we have the Savaran Cavalry all the way over here, and looks like in total 3 of these are Armenian Slingers. Now we do have an Indian Armored Elephant, Gold 3. So wow, that is a crazy choice to bring to the battlefield. I haven't seen these in ages. We see 3 Peshtigman Cataphracts, Bronze 1. And let's look at the sword contingent. So we have a lot of Dalamite warriors here, it seems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Dalamite warriors, Bronze 1. No, 2 are Bronze 1, the others are not. But this is interesting because I thought it's max 4 of the same. So something is off, I guess, about this. Yeah, just a second. I'm going to look at the rules just to make sure. Yeah, it's max 4 of the same unit. So the fact that there are 3, 4, 5 Dalamite warriors is actually a rule break, but I guess since I was still sent this replay anyway, the match was played despite this rule break. Anyway, let's actually fast forward because it doesn't look like there's going to be much going on here. Both players are just trying to skirmish to their heart's content. This is a very good position for the Sassanids to take, if they were to take it, because they have, I mean, this Savaran Cavalry can just skirmish very nice. But here is one move I do not understand. What this Peshtigman Cataphract is doing here. And now it's going to just turn around. It's going to get shot in the rear. It's going to lose a lot of men. And then it goes back into the Slingers. This is a huge waste of a Peshtigman Cavalry unit. I mean, this is so expensive and it's lost. Look at how quickly the Peshtigman is dying because it's so close. And now as it pulls out, it doesn't get actually caught by the Huskarls, even though with rapid advance, but it's just gonna get shot by these hurlers, and it's, look at how quickly it's just dying, this Peshtigman. It's down to 50 men, 49, 48. I mean, all these hurlers targeting it, they're really destroying it right now. Looks like over here nothing is really happening, just the Jutes trying to skirmish a little bit. But yeah, this is a huge waste. And where is the Sovereign Sardar, or cavalry? There it is. Again, this gold 3 Indian armored elephant. Pretty funny to see that unit. Anyway, this could be a really bad engagement for the Jutes. Have to be careful here. Have to run away from these Pushtigbans. Looks like that is indeed going to be the case. You don't want to fight Pushtigbans, but this was a huge waste for the Sassanids, just losing so many of these Pushtigban cataphracts to just hurlers. I mean, really, those hurlers are just so inexpensive. Oh, and this Horse Lord, not looking good for the Jutes here though, because the Pushtigbans keep getting rear charges off into this Nordic Horse Lord, and as the Nordic Horse Lord runs away, it's going to lose more and more men. However, if this Pushtigban does actually go too far, wow. Well, it doesn't matter right now because the Horse Lord is basically dead to the Pushtigbans. The Pushtigbans should have disengaged though at this point, and this is actually bad for the Pushtigbans. They do not get a charge off onto the second Nordic Horse Lord, and now this means that this Axe Warrior is going to come in to support. More cavalry units coming in for the Jutes. This Viking Raider cavalry is going to be very important here. And looks like he's going to have to stop some charges. The Sovereign Cavalry was trying to get in there, but this Pushtigban going to lose to the Horse Lord. This cavalry charge, well, this Pushtigban is, sorry to say, but it's going to go down. It's getting some kills on this Viking Raider cavalry, but it's just going to go down and die. Oh, but however, what this means though is that the Axe Warrior here is open for a charge. This Savaran Cavalry is coming for it. But if this Axe Warrior is charged by the Savaran Cavalry, okay, looks like the Axe Warrior is gonna get some excellent shots off into this Savaran Cavalry, killing so many of it. Are they gonna get a second one off though? That's what I wonder, because if they do, this Savaran Cavalry is gonna lose horribly. But this Horse Lord is doing insanely well here against the Pushtigban. However, now there's infantry support for the Sassanids, and actually more infantry support than what the Jutes have sent into the fight here, actually. So, and these Armenian slingers actually destroying the Viking Raider cavalry here. But looks like the Jutes are kind of going a bit too far here on this flank. They could die if they don't pull back. Very nice pullback there, though. And here the Axe is coming in, but the Horse Lords managed to pull out, although they lost a lot of men. And here this crossbow cavalry is not going to make it out alive. This Pushtigban though seems to be alive. This Viking Raider cavalry just going to get wasted here. I mean, yeah, it might kill a lot of these Armenian slingers, but it hasn't really paid for itself. As you can see, barely getting any kills, and it's just going to die. Even if it kills that Armenian slinger, still not going to be worth it. And I don't think it's going to kill the Armenian slinger even. Here though, the Pushtigman's got a charge off onto the Viking Raider cavalry, but here we have a Nordic Horse Lord supporting, so we know who's going to win that. This Savaran cavalry did come back though. Now these axes here not going to do great in such low numbers against the Daylamites. Here the elephant is on the field and alive and well, so I wonder if this elephant can kill all of these Huskarls. The thing about the Jute Huskarls though is that they do not have precursors. If they had precursors, it would be really bad for the elephants, so I wonder how the elephants are going to do here. But some cav charges here by the Horse Lords. The Horse Lords are just going to die here in a prolonged melee. But it looks like he does want to kill off the Savaran Cavalry, and if he does, that would be great for him. Looks like he might be able to. Let's look at the morale of this unit. It's minus 13, routed off the field and shattered. That's good for... that is actually very good for the Jutes. But now these Daylamites here lost a lot of men. However, if they downhill charge, I mean, this is a Royal Huskarl, so probably will still get destroyed by it. However, here comes the armored Indian elephant. Now, though, the Sassanids are kind of kiting against the Jutes here. Here comes the elephant, though, and there is this Nordic Horse Lord still on field, but missiles are very, very few here. The Indian elephant is going to get through this Nordic hurler without much trouble. Here they come. And they're starting to get kills, killing a couple of these hurlers, but if they get bogged down, they may not do very well. Going through these Royal Huskarls, starting to do a lot of damage to them, but getting shot by javelins already, and the Royal Huskarls pulling out, but lost a lot of men to the elephants here. Elephants probably will try pulling through here, because if they do, they're gonna do very well here. If they go into the Nordic Warlord, they should go for the Warlord right now. They should go snipe the General. Would not be a bad idea at all, I guess. But he's gonna go uphill into these Huskars. It's not great. And now he's gonna get charged by the Nordic Horse Lord downhill, so it's gonna get slowed down even more. These Huskars chasing off the Daylamites. These charges, though, by the Sassanids, let's just see how... Oh, the charges do not happen, though. That is so strange. This push Stigman just stopped here. Very, very bad for the Sassanids that they did not get a charge off on the Huskars. Looks like they will, though, anyway. Might get charges off on 2 Huskar units, though. Ooh, but that charge killed half the Huskar. And now we're gonna see the Savran Sardar for the Sassanids coming in here. The Elephant, though, died with... Actually got 110 kills, so not really terrible, but still pretty bad for an Elephant unit. So, yeah, the Pushtigmans here almost killing 2 Huskars, so definitely worth it. Savran Sardar here doing a lot of damage to the Warlord, but honestly should have just charged the Warlord and then pulled out immediately. But now, though, Savran Sardar is going to have a lot of problems. And it feels like, yeah, after losing that Elephant with only 110 kills, it's gonna look really bad for the Sassanids. This Savran Sardar pulls out without many losses against the Warlord and killed a lot of the Warlord, so that is very good for the Sassanids. Here's some engagements happening. Clearly Armenian Slinger's gonna win the melee here. These Daylamites moving in shield wall, that's good for them, but the Huskars still should make short work of these guys, even in shield wall. It's not going to help them too much. Well, as you can see here, after the charge, the Daylamites are losing quite horribly. Here as well, they're going to get destroyed by the Axis. Though, nice cav charge here by the Pushtigmans. I mean, this is one unit that they can kill without the problem. But here's the thing, though. If he's going for all these skirmishers, it means he cannot actually support the fight. And I mean, with the Pushtigmans, he could have killed the Nordic Warlord General of the Jutes. So maybe this isn't good at all for the Sassanids. But wow, actually these Daylamites in shield wall doing very well against the Axis. Very nicely done by them. But at this point, these units are so far out of position that they're just... Still a Nordic Horse Lord left. 2 Nordic Horse Lords left. I mean, it's just so over for the Sassanids. Here comes some of the Daylamites. They're gonna fight this Huskar, but this Huskar actually getting engaged from all angles, so... But still getting a lot of kills despite getting flanked. Still, though, not the best engagement for it, but here come more Huskars on the field. These Armenian Slingers, despite fighting valiantly against these hurlers, now they're supported by Huskars, so it's gonna be really bad for them. For Nordic Horse Lords, you're going to try and pull away, but the Pushtigmans are coming. These Daylamite warriors fighting really well against Huskars, but here comes some cav charges. Ooh, the Savran Sardar kind of gets stuck here. It is gonna make it into the Nordic Warlord, though, and it shall do significant damage on the charge, but it also loses a lot of men here. Now all these units routed for the Sassanids, and sooner or later we should have the General and this Pushtigman route off the field. So it looks like that is the case, and the Jutes are gonna claim victory. And honestly, I felt like the Sassanids, besides losing that Pushtigman early on, or I mean losing like 20 of it, they had a pretty good chance of winning that battle if it wasn't for that elephant charge that kind of screwed them. I mean, not just bringing the elephants, I mean, they're so expensive and they cannot really pay for themselves, like 99.9% of the time, I would say. But yeah, that is game, so hope you all enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I shall see you next time.